Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to sit down with you guys and talk to you guys about what I am doing with my life now. Some of you guys may know, I'm not for sure if you guys know if I told you guys or not, but my college experience. And if you don't know, that's okay because I'm just going to tell you guys right here. So if you guys want to basically know what I am doing with my life right now after I graduated high school, it has almost been a whole year since I've graduated high school. So if you guys want to basically see what I did after I graduate all the way up to about a year after. If you guys want to see this video, then keep on watching. We're going to get started with this video automatically, so let's go. So I graduated May 28th of 2017, which seems like a really long time ago because it's already 2018, almost 2019. 2018 is already halfway gone, which is crazy. I feel like it's halfway gone even though we're only like 4 months in, but still. So I just wanted to sit down with you guys and tell you guys what I do with my life now, because I've had a lot of questions about like, oh, what do you do? Like, are you a full-time YouTuber? What do you do? I just basically want to make it clear to you guys what I do and what I don't do through my life. So I'm just going to start all the way back from the beginning, from when I graduated to my plans and everything, and then to what actually like fell through with my plans. And like what happened and what didn't happen with my plans. So after I graduated high school, I worked at Adventureland, which is an amusement park here in Altoona, Iowa. I am a supervisor there, so this will be my 5th year working there. It's a really good place. I like it personally. I mean, I've been there for 5 years. So that's what I did automatically after I graduated high school, is I just started working at Adventureland. So I decided I was going to go to Northwest Missouri State University in March. And so I had my whole, I basically had everything planned all the way up until going to Northwest, which was like August. Move-in day was August like 24th, I believe. And then we started class like August 26th. And so I had everything planned up into like that day. I had everything packed, ready to go for move-in day. I had a roommate. I knew where I was living. I had everything set up. I had all my classes. So basically, like, I was getting ready to go just like a normal person going to a university. And then after, I would say maybe, so let me back up actually. My sister and I drove down Wednesday, and we basically just like, we stayed the night at our aunt's house because my aunt and my grandma live in that town. So we spent the night at my aunt's house, and my mom spent the night at my grandma's house. And in the morning, we all woke up, we got Starbucks, and then we went straight to move-in day. And my sister was on one side of the campus, and I was on the other. So my sister was in Milliken, and I was all the way in Perrin. Which, if you guys aren't familiar with Northwest, Milliken and Dietrich are like, I wouldn't say normal campus stories, but they're like typical freshman dorms where you have like the 6 to 7 floors, and then you have the elevator going all the way up. You have a little small like lounge in every floor, so you can go there, study, do whatever. And then on the first floor they have like a kitchen area and like a study hangout group, and then they have a basement area where you can play games and do everything else. And then on each floor you have a community bathroom, and you share that bathroom with all the girls or all the males that are on your floor. If you're a male, you share it with males. And then it was a co-ed floor, females, males, all that. And then with Hudson and Perrin were totally different. So it was basically 2 buildings connected together, and they divided it in half, and it was one side's Hudson, one side's Perrin. And I was staying in Perrin. When you would walk in or whatever, there would be like a front lounge or like check-in area. So like you would get your mail, you would get like, if you needed something like pots and pans to cook, that's where you would go. You would go to the front desk, and you would basically give them your college card, and they will keep it until you return that item. Pretty simple, so you don't steal anything. So for Hudson and Perrin, when you walk in, they have these floors. They're really like spread out. They have stairs, elevators, and let's keep in mind that Hudson and Perrin is a lot nicer. I'm gonna insert a picture of what if I have a picture, I'm going to insert a picture of what my finished dorm room looks like. You guys can see my dorm room was really big compared to my sister's. So when my sister lives in Milliken, she has everything built. So she has like a bed where it is, a desk, a closet, a dresser, a mirror. She has everything built in and she can't move anything. So everything's in one area built in, you can't move it. With Hudson and Perrin, they gave you things that you can move around and that was on like wheels or something else. I don't remember what it was. And for Hudson and Perrin, you can loft your bed, whatever, and it didn't cost extra. If you wanted to loft your bed in Milliken or Dietrich, you had to pay extra. So my sister, instead of paying extra, my dad just built her a loft, and I decided to do my own lofts because I got it for it came in with like Hudson and Perrin anyway, so it was no big deal. They have basically we're like 6 rooms share this bathroom, and you have like a little key fob, and you have to like swipe it and put like I think you had to put like a code in. I'm not for sure. Maybe this was just a swipe. You would swipe it and it would let you into that bathroom. And there was 3 toilet stalls and then 3 showers, and then and you would share it with all like 10 or 12 women that were on your floor, half of the floor or whatever, which was really nice because you don't have to do a community style, which sometimes people don't like community style and stuff. And Hudson and Perrin was right at not the beginning, but it's right at the front of campus, so it's like literally walking distance to everything. The Union was maybe like a 2-minute walk. Same with like class buildings and stuff. We were waiting for my dad the next day. We went to my grandma's house. We did these activities where we had to come back, and you met like your freshman advisor. And a freshman advisor is basically where you have like a little group. I think we have like 20 people in our group. And in this group, you have all these people that are freshmen. And it basically gives you an opportunity to meet friends. If you're lost or scared, you can talk to them. They will help you. So it's basically everybody going through the exact same thing. But instead of like trying to find those people, they put you in this little group. And every freshman, there was like, I don't remember how many. But every incoming freshman had like a little group they could go to, which was super nice. And then you would like learn more about the campus, do things together. And so I remember the first 2 nights we kept on going like to events together. Like we would go to the football field and we would watch a show. We would go here and ring the bell. We would go here and do something else. We just did all these activities together just to get to know each other, just so we felt like we belonged, which was super nice. I love how they did that. So after it was time to go to bed, and so it was the first time sleeping like somewhere with a different stranger in my room, because my sister and I would always share a room at home, so that was like normal for us. But then we had to share a room with like not like a complete stranger, but like a roommate that you would potentially like be friends with or even best friends. So we had to sleep in that, and I didn't go to sleep until like 2:30 a.m. I was freaking out. I had a mini panic attack. I called my dad, and my dad was like super supportive. He was like, if you don't feel like you belong there, all that, like, I'm coming down there tomorrow. So if you don't feel like you belong, still go do some activities, like talk to your sister, your mom, and see like how you fit in. And if you like it, stay. If not, it's totally fine. You can come home. You'll just do like community college classes at home. You'll get a job. We'll figure this all out. Like, we have a 2-way street, so don't feel like you have to stay. So the next morning, I talked to my sister. My sister was feeling the exact same way. So since my sister was feeling the exact same way, like I was, like freaking out because it's a new environment. I mean, people act differently in a new environment. So we were freaking out. My mom's like, okay, well, maybe it might be better if you guys like live in a dorm together. And so we're like, okay. We're like, well, no, not right now, because, and then like, I think it was like 2 weeks in or whatever, you could switch roommates. And so like we were just gonna be like, okay, we're just gonna live with our roommate, and if we don't like it, then we'll switch and we'll move in together, which was no big deal. And I went to this thing, and then I went basically after we were done. We had to go visit my great grandma. And after that, we went back to my grandma's house, and I kept on like bawling. I was like, I don't belong here. Like, I hate it. I don't know anybody. It's so far away. Also, if it sounds like I'm like choked up, like getting ready to cry, I'm not. I have a really like, my throat is killing me because I think I'm coming down with a cold. And so is like my nose. It's all like stuffy and runny at the exact same time. So I'm like, I'm not crying or anything. It's just everything like sickness wise, allergies and stuff is coming my way. So anyways, I think one reason why I was like crying like I don't belong here is because I knew my mom was leaving, and then I knew my dad was coming up, but I knew he would be like leaving me again. I just knew my dad was like not gonna like stay there, and I knew my mom wasn't gonna stay there. So I think it was just like everything hitting me all at once, because I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta do everything on my own. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I gotta do laundry, I gotta walk to class, I gotta feed myself, make breakfast, food, all of that. Like, it wasn't that. It was like physically being on my own, because like here's like the craziest process ever. It's like automatically once we graduate high school, it's like, okay, you have 2 to 3 months to spend so much time with friends, family, everybody that you grew up with. You move to college and stuff. I'm not saying that you don't stay in contact with them, like with your friends and family. It's just you don't see them every single day like you're used to. You don't, people you think you're going to be friends with in high school all throughout your life. So all your friends in high school, you think you're going to be like best friends forever. Sometimes that doesn't even happen, because once you graduate high school, you don't ever see them again. You're not going to the same school. You're not in the same building for 7 hours a day, 5 days a week. For like 9 months, you don't see them every single day. So it's such a big difference. So I thought it was so weird, because in college, you don't have to ask your parents to do, like, in high school, sometimes you had to ask your parents for permission to, like, Mom, can I go hang out with this friend? Mom, can I go hang out with this friend? Or, hey, Mom, I'm going to go do this. And they're like, no, you can't. Your mom's like, hey, you need to study instead of hanging out with your friends. Or just little things like that. In college, you don't have any of that. You're basically your own boss. You tell yourself when to study and when not to study. Tell yourself when to wake up. You don't have your parents there as an alarm clock. If you don't wake up to your alarm clock, your mom's not going to walk in and be like, oh, honey, your alarm didn't go off, but I'm here to save the day. I'll take you to school and all that. Like, you go to class or you miss class. And in college, you can't really miss class because class is expensive and you don't want to miss it. And it's just all these little crazy things but it's like when you're 18 years old, you're put in this little group and you're expected to know what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. If you're going to start a family automatically, if you're going to just do full-time jobs, like what you're supposed to do. People like force you to know it at the age of 18, which I think is totally insane. I don't think we should be doing this. Right when we turn 21 is when I personally feel like that's when we are an adult and that's when we know more of our lives. I wouldn't say, okay, I'm not going to say a lot of people because a lot of people don't do this, but I know someone who, well, I actually know a couple people who didn't go to college. They're just working full time and they're saving money while doing this, and they live on their own, and once they finally have enough money, they're going to go to college, and once they finally know what they're doing with their lives, they know what they want to do, they have enough money so they don't have to take out any loans and be in debt. They do it the smart way. Compared to now, it's okay, you're 18, you have to go to college. If you don't know what you're gonna do, choose a major. If you don't know what major, do undecided and just go on from there. Like, I know someone who went to, I'm not gonna name names, but he went to Iowa State and he changed majors 5 times. He was at the university for 6 years and he still didn't know what he wanted to do. So he dropped out. And it's crazy because he never got his full degree. So all that time and money was wasted. Basically what I'm trying to get at is when I went to college, I didn't feel like I belonged, so I came home. And when I came home, I started online classes just because it was so late in the semester. Not late in the semester, but I missed the deadline by like 3 days. And not even lying, it was like, oh my god, I was super irritated because I was like, great, I'm not going to graduate on time. All this like going through my head, like I'm going to be a semester behind everybody else. All my friends are going to be graduated high school or college. And here I am, still in college, not even like having my full degree. It was just like little things like that was freaking me out. And so finally I got on track. I did 2 classes at Upper Iowa online, and I believe I started in like October, but it still got me 6 credits. Now I'm at DMAC, and it is a Des Moines Community College, and it's a lot cheaper, and I get to stay at home, and I can have a part-time job if I want to. So it's just super nice because I'm saving so much money, and it's only like $500 per class compared to at Northwest when I was gonna go there. Just to take an extra class, it cost like $800 to $900. It's expensive. For 2 semesters, I'm only paying $5,000, which is crazy because when I was at Northwest, I was gonna pay about $20,000 a year. What I am doing now is I am going to DMAC, like I just said, and I took 6 credits that in the fall, and since it is the spring semester, I am taking 13 credits, which is a full-time student. I know that's not a lot because normally like a full-time student has like 15, 16, but as long as you have 12 credits, you're considered a full student. 6 credits in the fall, and I took 13 credits now, and I'm taking 6 credits in the summertime. So I'm gonna have a total of, and I already have 4 credits from high school. So I'm gonna have 29 credits by the end of summer 2019, which is good because that means I'm halfway done with my associate's degree. It's just crazy how you think you're gonna do all these things, but life can change, and it's never gonna be perfect. Like, not look at me, but like from my point of view and my example, I thought I was going to be going to a 4-year university, meeting a lot of friends, living in Missouri, basically having the time of my life, getting my degree, and then after I graduate from Northwest with a bachelor's degree, I was going to come back home, find a job, and start my life from there. But none of that happened, which I'm grateful for, because I'm just grateful that I came back home, because if I didn't come back home, I wouldn't be spending so much time with my cat that I adopted. I wouldn't be finding out like who I really am, because before I even went to college in August, I didn't know who I was, what I wanted to do, but now I kind of have see a true vision of my future, because I changed my major to interior designing. I can see a future with that. With teaching, I didn't really see a future with that for me, honestly. Everybody's like, you would be a great teacher, I can see it in you. I didn't see it, and I started my YouTube channel. If I didn't come back, I probably wouldn't have started my YouTube channel back up. There's just so many different things that I've started back up, which I'm grateful for, because if I didn't do this, then I wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't. So basically what I'm saying is, and I know this video is all over the place, I've went from me going to Northwest and figuring out I didn't belong, and moving all my stuff out, came back home. That I found out who I am, I accept myself so much more, and I actually believe in myself, because when I moved back in August, I didn't feel like I hated myself, honestly. If you're watching this and you have no idea what you're going to be doing with your life, that is okay. Don't let people say, well, you're a failure, you don't know what you're doing, ha ha ha. That's okay, as long as you have a goal in mind, as long as you're working, doing online classes, even just get your associate's degree. If you don't even know what you want to do with your life, but you kind of have a goal, and maybe the job you want needs a college degree, you don't even have to go to a 4-year university. You can go to a community college. Go to a community college. If you don't have a community college, do online classes and just get your associate's degree. Just because you don't know what you're going to be doing in life, don't hate yourself for it, because I wasted so many days hating myself because I thought I was stupid. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like, I don't belong, all this other stuff like I said earlier. But now that I have a reason to accept myself, I was like, this is so stupid. Why did I hate myself? And I still have stress anxiety. I have really bad stress anxiety and panic attack. This is totally random, but when Maddie, my sister, and I went to Chicago, the first night in there, when we checked into our hotel, I started bawling, and my heart, I just couldn't stand it at all in Chicago, because I was so scared. I didn't have my parents with me. It was just my sister and I. And Chicago is such a big, giant city. I just I knew, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. But then after my sister and I explored the city, and we found out Chicago is such an amazing city, and I want to live there now. And if you guys like need any other devices, or you guys need someone to talk to, let me know down in the comments below, because honestly, I will be there for any of you guys that need it. Trust me, I've been there, and I feel like when you have no one to talk to this about, or no one that has experienced the exact same thing, it's hard to get past it. Like, I was so alone. I didn't have anybody to talk to. Even if I had people to talk to, they didn't understand it as much as, like, they weren't going through the same thing. They've never been through the exact same thing. If you guys need someone to talk to, feel free to message me privately. Go to my Twitter, go to my Instagram, private message me, DM me. Feel like the reward is worth it at the end, because I know what I want to do. I'm going to be, after I get my associate's degree and I get my certificate for interior designing, I'm going to travel the world for the next year to a year and a half by myself or with someone. I'm just going to start living life like that. And you don't feel like you have to have a full plan. Just live life, honestly. But just remember, there's going to be a great outcome after this. But other than that, I want to thank you guys so much for sticking with me through this long video. I'm about to lose my voice and my nose is getting super stuffy because I am coming down with a cold. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. It means a lot to me. That means that you guys are supporting me. So if you guys want to be a part of my YouTube family, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you guys can see all my videos that I upload. And I do upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I just want to thank you guys so much for taking the time and watching this video. I just want to say I love you guys all, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.